Now, if you're in the market looking for an e-bike that has fantastic range, we're talking about 80-mile range. A bike that can support riders up to 350 pounds, 6'3", of course, or shorter, and you're looking for something that has fantastic carrying capacity, like we have right here, then you'll want to check out this bike because this is from VTUVIA, and this is the Zeal XT8, and it has all those features and many more. In this video, we're going to go over its specs, we're going to take it out on a ride, and you'll see why I'm so excited and really enjoy this bike. It is a fantastic bike to ride, super comfortable, and once again, has great range. So let's get right to it. Now, there's a couple things that I'll just highlight. We talked about the fact that it has the front shock system, and this is completely adjustable, which I really like. The fenders are worry-free, right? So these are not metal, so you're not going to have to worry about any kind of rusting. It does have a really bright light there that you're going to see a little bit later that lights up really well with a reflector, keys for your removal of your battery, which I recommend if you do leave this out at night. However, I would bring this inside. I remove the batteries for our bike if I leave it in the garage, and we're in Chicago, so if it's really cold in the garage, I'll bring the batteries in. You also then have really nice palm support there. So the palm rests are very, very nice. And let's go ahead and switch angles so you can see that. So on the palm side right here, you'll notice that you have this leather-like material, but it has palm supports. And what these palm supports do is as you're riding, and again, 50 to 80 miles, your palms are going to experience fatigue. This allows you to give you some support so that it's fatigue-free. You'll notice here you have your controls for left and right markers, your headlight, power, your walk assist function. You have, again, your brakes, which are really nice here. And you'll notice that all the cable management is really well handled here. Your shifter with your, again, speed controls. So you can go from gear 1 all the way up to 8. And on the side here, you have 2 buttons, one to release the gear and one to increase the gear. Over here, you actually have your power that would allow you to either use this as a 100% e-bike or leverage the pedal assist. Now, our bike did not come in with the bottle holder, but here you have the screws for the bottle holder, which is easy to add. The saddle is very wide and it's toolless. So if you want to adjust it, raise it or lower it, you don't need any kind of wrench to do that. You can do it nicely there. Again, you can see that the actual support rack here in the back, it'll give you, again, how much you can carry here, up to 25 kilos. And so if you want to carry some groceries, want to have some things in the back, a saddlebag, you can go ahead and do that. And then you can see, again, that the treatment of this worry-free fender is also in the back as well. The actual chain, I like that it's not black and that it's kind of has like that light metal look because it kind of blends really nicely with the bike. I love the color treatment here. I like the saddle brown and then also the actual white of the frame. That turning signal is also pretty bright, even in daylight, so very easy for people to recognize that you are turning left or right, and it's a great safety feature as well. Now, the front handlebar can be adjusted really easily. This screw right here allows you to either lower it or raise it. I like the fact that you can do that without having to extend, which traditional bikes, you would extend this area here to raise it or lower it, but here it's just a simple Allen wrench opening, which the tools are provided to give you the ability to tilt it to make it higher or to lower it to make it lower. Now, in today's video, we're taking a look at the VTUVIA XT8, and this is a very, very delightful bike to ride. And I put it in the delightful mode because it is super comfortable. It has super wide saddle on the back. It can support up to 350 pounds. That's total weight capacity. So that is rider as well as, any kind of cargo you have with you. And you can see here in the back, we have a place where you can actually place some items. You also have some really, really nice wrist support right here at the very front that I find that I'm enjoying a lot too. And you have great tires, a little bit over 26-inch tires. I think it's like over 2 inches, 2.5, 2.6-inch tires as well in the front that give you nice grippiness and also give you nice support. Now, this is a cool torque sensing bike so that as you pedal, it helps you pedal more. So you have superpowers when you're pedaling. I am riding very comfortably at over 15 miles an hour, it looks like, without pulling a sweat. Now, the bike has both in the front and in the back worry-free fenders. These fenders are not metal. They're made out of a polycarbonate material that basically won't rust and just makes it something you won't have to worry about much when it comes to overall wear. The actual bike is a step-through bike, which I actually really, really like. And it has in front a suspension system that is adjustable. Now, in addition to that,
you do have an 8-speed Shimano system, and the 8-speed Shimano system can be adjusted on this side. So there are some controls. I actually have it running on gear 8. I like the heaviest gear, especially if I'm getting pedal assist. And it has a really, really bright display that gives you a lot of clarity, even in direct sunlight, like we are right here. Now, one thing that stands out to me on this bike is really how quiet it is. Now, this sounds like a normal bike. It is electric powered, but as I'm riding it, I hear nothing. Now, if I go back, I'll hear the traditional noise that you have of a 10-speed, 8-speed type bike, which I like, but that's pretty much it. I don't hear anything else. There's no rattle, there's no clatter. It's very smooth. Even the gear shifting is very smooth, which I really like as well. Now, the actual changing of controls is pretty simple. On this side, you have your throttle. So if I choose not to pedal, I can actually use 100% electric. So right here, this is the electric, and boy, it has pickup. It has more pickup than with pedal assist. So I was with pedal assist around 15 miles an hour cruising, right? No sweat, right? We'll do that again. So see right here, no sweat, just little effort. And I'm 12 to 15 miles. If I want to just cruise, right, stop pedaling, push the electrical button, here the throttle, and now we're going up to 20 miles an hour. That was pretty fast, and that was on level 1. So you have the option to either be assisted or 100% electric. Now, keep in mind that it's going to change your range, and the range on this bike is anywhere from 50 to 80 miles, depending on how you use it. If you're pedaling, you're going to get 80. If you're going 100% electric, you're going to get 50. Now, the bike has a couple modes. Right now, I am in eco mode, right? So I'm going to switch the mode by using the shifter right here. And I'm going to go to level 2. And I want to see what happens. I'm pedaling on level 2, and I'm right now hitting about 12 miles an hour. If I hit level 3, I want to see if I feel anything. I felt a slight surge, not a major surge, but right now I'm pedaling around 14 miles an hour. Feels with the same effort. Level 3, I'm still pedaling. I felt a slight surge, and it wants to go faster, and now it's easily, with the same effort, 15 miles, a little bit more than that. I'm going to go to boost mode, and in boost mode, I didn't really feel much of a boost between the two, but I did feel that I'm, with the same effort, going 16 miles an hour. So that's interesting. We're going to go all the way back to level 1 again. So really, really nice. You do have brakes front and back, disc brakes. They're very responsive. You have a front headlight, and you also have some keys that allow you to remove the battery. Now, one of the things we're going to look at is how fast I can go. I'm going to go ahead and put this on boost mode, and I'm going to pedal to see how fast. So this is the acceleration, 18, 19, 20 miles an hour, and I could feel that the governor kicks in. So you saw how quickly I was able to get to 20 miles an hour using pedaling, and that took a little breath away to get there, but it was fast. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to see how much acceleration goes up. I'm going to start with the boost mode because I just want to boost. And we're right now traveling around 4 miles an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and hit it. I can feel the pull. We're looking at 9 miles, 10, 14, 16, 18, 20. So again, it has a governor that basically limits your speed to 20 miles an hour in order to keep the classification that it has. And you could hear the actual motor as it hits the 20, it kind of pulls back, and then as it falls below the 20, it contributes again to push it forward. So has decent response when it comes to overall, again, speed and throttle. Very comfortable. Now, as we mentioned, this bike will support riders from 5'3", I think up to 6'2" or 6'3", if I recall, 350 pounds. So regardless of your height, you're going to be able to use this bike. And also because of the weight class, it's going to support riders of all shapes and sizes. I also like the fact that you have a super wide saddle just in case you need it. You know who you are. So as we ride this bike, the question is this a bike I'd recommend? I will tell you, over my experience over the last few weeks of riding it, it's a yes. It's definitely a yes. I like the range. I do like the power. I like how effortless it is to ride like we're doing right now. I'm talking and I'm hitting 15 miles an hour without any effort and without losing my breath. And the whole thing about it is that if I want to turn the power off and I want to sweat, I can do that too. So you don't really have to have the power going for those of you who want to put out a workout, even though you're getting a slight workout right now. So not as heavy as you were pushing on your own, but this is definitely a cool bike to have given that power option. All right, so had to put up the kickstand. It remained down or popped out on me. But here we're doing a speed test. So we're gonna see if the actual recorded speed of 19.9 to 20 miles per hour is accurate based on what you see on the actual speed cam coming up. So we're right now clocking at 19.7, 19.9, 19.5 to 19.9. You know, this is basically as the actual governor kicks in and it pulls back a little bit. So I'm looking at 19.6 and the speed cam says 18, 19. So we're about there, I'll give it to it. So it's pretty accurate when it comes to the actual speed itself, which is also really good.
So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.